You guys have no idea how much work has gone into this video. This is my third time attempting to record. I am now have a towel behind me and have figured out how to edit static out of videos and have turned off the air conditioning in here, so it's very stuffy, and have gotten everyone in my dorm to try and shut up for a second. Which yep. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm just waiting right now. Just waiting. There's some wind blowing outside. This project is going to be very amateur for now. Eventually, gonna get a soundproofed area and a microphone, and it's hopefully going to be a lot better of a setup, but for now this is what's going to happen. And I am going to attempt to do some version of quality control, but yeah, just please bear with me, guys. Alright! Enough. Time to start on Berserk Analysis Part 2. Alright? Today we're going to be covering second chapter of Berserk along with Guardians of Desire. So all of the stuff that happens in the manga before the Golden Age starts. Because as much as I know we all want to jump into the Golden Age, we got some good stuff to cover here. It's gonna be great. Alright, so after Chapter 1 introduces the brilliant hook of Berserk, Chapters 2 through 8 help to kind of establish the rules for the franchise and drive my hype through the darn roof. Chapter 2 is a mostly redundant one-off story, but it really did help solidify the impression I got of our two main characters. And yes, I said two main characters. Puck is very important to this story. Puck is mainly used as a foil for Guts, both comedically and dramatically. Guts is almost completely bereft of any normal morality, whereas Puck's moral compass is a lot more aligned to that of the audience, or what a normal person would have, and that allows us to empathize him a lot better. Add that on to his ability to sense emotions, and he becomes our main lens through which we view Guts. It allows us to pierce the non-emotive exterior to get to that damaged and tumultuous inner self that he has. I also like how Puck has abilities that makes him useful. useful to Guts. He's not just, there to commentate. He can really help out, and he's courageous and fun, and just a good character on his own. Chapter 2 also solidifies the rules that Chapter 1 hinted at. It basically explains more in depth how the brand works, and it also sets up the arm cannon that Guts has as his trump card weapon. Nothing can stand against it. We also get a sobering reinforcement of Guts' moral outlook and cynicism through the joke of the episode. And by joke, I mean tragedy, because when Guts was laughing, I was not. It was not pretty at all. So yeah, this series is going to be tragic. People are going to die, and we're not going to feel that good. But, I think we already kind of knew that. And we need to be prepared for that moving forward. And Chapter 2 is an example of Guts using cynicism and black humor as a defense mechanism. I think it allows him to not care as much and not be as hurt as much by the terrible things that he sees. Okay, so let's jump into Guardians of Desire, which is where, in my opinion, this story really starts to hit its stride. The fights were dynamic and they dripped with power. I love how even the mainline soldiers looked really intimidating when they were introduced, even though, Guts just mows them down pretty easily. The excitement of the first chapter was topped off by the exchanges between Guts and Puck. I straight up laughed out loud at the joke where Guts is like, "You're still here?" That was pretty hilarious. Okay, so then we get some exposition about the Behelit, and then we meet the God Hand. The introduction of the God Hand overshadows pretty much everything in this arc. Like, this is what we're here for. The Count was a pretty good villain, I like how they gave him a backstory and some pretty serious emotions, and as well as just a horrific Lovecraftian design. But yeah, the God Hand is what we're here for. Guts' reaction to seeing Griffith made me say, oh, So this is the guy. This is the guy that messed Guts up so bad. In an instant, all the things that were portraying Guts as a stoic badass are just stripped away, and we see this raw, angry demon trying to get back at the person who took everything away from him. I want to take a step back from the story for a bit and talk about designs. Every member of the God Hand looks distinct, evil, alien, Lovecraftian. It really sells that there are these just godlike beings. They appear in a area warped with a bunch of staircases going all other ways, like an M.C. Escher painting. It's nuts. They're different. They are totally different and distinct from anything we've seen up till now. They all have clear motifs as well, immediately falling into the trickster, the slob, the stoic, the temptress, and then there's Griffith. Alright, I'm gonna try and not spend 15 minutes fanboying over Griffith's design, but just indulge me for a second here, okay? Griffith's design seems to blend the traditional armor he once wore with the alien being he has now become. Human looking of the God Hand, but that makes his otherworldly parts of his character look even more distinct, creating a sort of uncanny valley effect. I love how the lines on his armor look like rippling muscles, and his wings are like a cloak, and they like are alien but also sort of like hide him from view, and it's just so stylish and awesome. And all of this is juxtaposed with his more feminine expressions and droll outlook. He is at once intimidating and effeminate, relatable and incomprehensible, silly and threatening, seductive and repulsive. And all of these elements are smashed together to make a character that I'm at once drawn to and repulsed by. Add on top of that the fact that he swats Guts away with ease and even just blocks the arm cannon, which remember was built up to be Guts' trump card, really sets this guy as a level above anything that we have seen in this series whatsoever. And I'm really hyped to see, because as Guts is down here, he's going to have to come up. Like, what is he going to do to get to Griffith's power level? That's going to be really exciting to see. Okay, back to plot. So we learn that when a person offers up the person that they love most to the God Hand, this sacrifice is marked with the brand, which basically means that they belong to demonkind, which is why Guts is continually hunted by demons. So this means that Guts was the person that Griffith loved most, and Griffith sacrificed him to gain power. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I can't wait to see how it went down. And I'm guessing that's the betrayal that messed Guts up so bad. So let's finish up with the conclusion of Chapter 8 with the drama between Guts and Teresa, because there's really some interesting things I want to take note of in here. At first, Guts' cruel advice to Teresa seems consistent with the personality he's shown up till now, but I think it represents kind of an important crack once we start going with the scene. I think that the fact that Guts saves Teresa at all is really important, considering that right before he was egging her on to suicide. It's contradictive, and the tears that Guts shows after that moment are just brutally humanizing. It was probably my favorite panel in this manga up to this point, and I'm probably going to use it as the thumbnail for this video. I think that despite all of his bluster, Guts wanted Teresa to survive. I think that he wants to believe that she won't give in to despair, because if she doesn't, then maybe he won't. I don't even think that he realizes that he is trying to restore and revitalize this faith in humanity that he's mostly lost. And all of this brings us to the Golden Age. We get to see how Guts and Griffith met, and what the nature of their relationship was, and we get to see why that relationship wasn't enough, and why Griffith gave Guts up for power. It's gonna be really awesome. Okay, so, this is the afterward section. Thank you so much for your support of this video. If you like it, like it. I know that this setup is pretty amateur. My ambition outstrips my power right now, but hopefully, you know, I'm just gonna get better and better, and those production values are gonna get higher and higher. I'm putting pictures into this video, and I'm gonna be working on scripts, trying to improve them, please, comments. I love comments. I can say, confidently, that I have responded to every single comment I have ever received on a video, which is easy, because there's only been like 5. But still, if you comment, I will respond. Anything. Only thing I ask is please, no spoilers for the Golden Age and for any parts of Berserk, because that, I'm making this series and people are, reading the manga along with me, and it's really just not. Don't do it, guys. It's just a nasty thing to do. All right, please. All right, I love you. Follow me on Twitter to see all of the crazy stuff that goes on within my mind when I'm not actually trying to script and sound cool. Because yeah, I mean I know I'm stilted and weird and a whack job, but I am actually trying to portray myself somewhat well in these videos. So yeah, when that filter's off, whew, we're in the crazy town. Okay, this video is long enough. The next video will be on the Golden Age and will hopefully be out in less than a week. This is Wyatt the Word Weaver, and I'll see you in the next one.